At that time, at that confused state, my friends slowly introduced me about their religion.
Okay.
They presented the Islam in such a way that it is only right religion. They said that you must not pray any other gods other than Allah.
Okay.
And whoever does that are kafirs and they will be punished eternally in the hell.
Then she could say, okay, you are worried about my many gods. I'm worried about why are you stoning people. So basically the whole social ecosystem of Muslims were helping her to convince her, educate her, offer her support.
I told them that I am no more Hindu. I've been converted to Islam and now I am practicing Islam. So hearing this, my mother came to me and she fell at my feet and she told me that, please don't go away, my daughter. If you leave us, 4 of us will commit suicide.
Namaste. Today, actually, I'm going to do something I've never done before. It's a very, very fascinating, interesting, tragic, painful story that you have to hear about these young women. There is a movie, very well-known movie called Kerala Story, which talks about a Hindu girl that gets converted, that falls in love or gets converted or is radicalized into Islam, and then she marries a person, gets radicalized as a result of that. Then her husband dies or something happens to the husband, right? And then she marries again and goes to Syria, joins ISI. And there's a whole story of her radical life. And now she's sitting in a jail in Afghanistan. That's the main story. But in the process of developing that story, the people who wrote that book, that movie script, they went and did a lot of research to see what is going on, what is this phenomenon of young women being radicalized into Islam. And this is different from love jihad. It has nothing to do with being trapped into marriage. It is not about that. Marriage may happen, may not happen, but it is to radicalize them into terrorism, radical Islam. Young women like this. So in the process of doing that, many examples were discovered, and here are 4 of them. So I am here in Trivandrum for a totally different program. My book, Breaking India in Malayalam, was launched by the governor yesterday. And among the audience in the governor were these 4 women who approached me afterwards and said, we'd like to tell you our story. And I thought that this is interesting and I should do it on camera. So here we are. Yeah. So with that introduction, I just want to, each of you give your name. This is your Sanatan Dharma name after you are converted back to Hinduism. So we will tell your story one by one. But what's your name?
My name is Vishali.
Yeah.
My name is Vishali. I was on the verge of conversion to Islam. I hadn't officially changed my name, but I was able to come back much before that, right in time. And so I didn't officially change my name. So my name is Vishali.
Okay.
My name is Shruti. And I was also Shruti itself. But in between, I got converted to Islam and accepted the name Rahmat.
Rahmat.
Yes. Not officially converted. Means I didn't get any certification like that. But accepted Islam, was practicing, learning.
How long?
For 5 years.
5 years.
It was 13 years back, 12-13 years back, the story. And later, through Aarsha Vidya Samajam and our Guruji, Acharya Shri K.R. Manojji, I got realized how deep Sanatana Dharma is and how dangerous the Islamic ideology. It is not a simple ideology like these radicalizing people are interpreting. And realizing the fact, came back to Sanatana Dharma again. And I am Shruti right now and disciple of Acharya.
So you were Shruti, now you are Shruti, but for 5 years you became...
Yeah.
What was the name?
Rahmat.
Rahmat.
Yes.
Rahmat. I want to get back into the story of Rahmat.
Yes.
How you became Rahmat and how you unbecame Rahmat will be nice to know.
Yes.
That's what we'll talk about. And you?
Thank you.
Myself, Anagha.
Anagha.
I have been practicing Islam for about 6 years, and I also unofficially converted to Islam,
Okay.
and I accepted the name Aima Amira.
Aima Amira.
Yeah.
Okay.
And through Aarsha Vidya Samajam, through Acharyaji's classes and all, I could come back to Sanatana Dharma.
Okay. We'll hear your story also. Okay. And you?
I'm Krishna Priya,
Krishna Priya.
and I was also radicalized to Islam, and I was influenced by that for almost 2 years. And later on, when I came back to Aarsha Vidya Samajam, learning the courses, and with the blessings of Acharyaji, I came back to Sanatana Dharma, and now working as a full-timer in Aarsha Vidya Samajam.
So it seems that the common thread is that this organization, Aarsha Vidya Samajam, is run by a guru here. I haven't met him, so my pranam to him. And he's rescuing these girls, bringing them back to Sanatana Dharma. And these are girls who've, for various stories, various personal reasons and circumstances we will get into, they wandered off and become Islamized. And we will find out who did it, how they did it, why you did it, what was the story and all that, about your parents, what they thought of it, your friends, your education, and then how you came back. So this will be fascinating, true stories, real life stories. So who should we start with?
I will start.
Okay, tell us. Where are you from? Here? This is your birthplace?
No, I'm from Thrissur.
Thrissur?
Yeah.
That's near Cochin?
Yeah, near to Kochi.
I'm going there tomorrow for Ayurvedic treatment in Thrissur.
Okay.
Okay.
I was born and brought up in a practicing Brahmin family, and in my house itself there was daily pujas and all, and even my parents were training us to do daily Santya Nama and all. We used to recite Vishnu Sahasranama daily on a daily basis, and but even though I was born and brought up in a practicing Brahmin family, I didn't get any proper dharmic education.
Okay.
So I was totally ignorant about Sanatana Dharma. Even I didn't heard the word Sanatana Dharma before.
So your parents were basically doing rituals,
Yeah,
but they did not educate you.
yeah.
Okay.
Just whatever our ancestors had done, we were just following without knowing the purpose and meaning.
Okay.
And so during my college, I went to hostel
Right.
in Cochin,
And the college was to study what?
physiotherapy.
Physiotherapy. Okay.
Yeah. And at hostel, most of my roommates were Muslims.
Okay.
And
Why is that so? Would it just happen to be the
yeah,
case?
it just happened.
Okay.
And during our casual conversations, religion became a topic.
Okay.
So they were very curious because I was a Brahmin, and so they started asking many questions like why you are having this much rituals, and why you are following that, why you are practicing that and all. They started just like in curiosity,
Okay.
and they also start asking questions about why you are
Either
having
curiosity or they were pretending to be curious.
Yeah, actually I must later
They were pretending or
Yeah.
they wanted to show their interest.
Yes, exactly. And initially they were asking just about rituals and all. Later then the question came to how why you have this much gods, and why you are worshipping elephant headed or monkey faced god and all. They started asking questions like those. But I, who haven't get any proper education about my dharma, I was silent at that moment. And I came to home and I asked my parents why we are following all these things. Then they also told that you are sent to college to study. You don't have to keep your head in other things. Okay, just because our ancestors had done this, we are following.
So basically, they did not encourage you to become self-affirmed, confident, able to articulate. And one way to control you was to say, don't do anything else but physiotherapy education, not realizing that you are also a social person.
Yeah.
And you're going to be talking to people and becoming
Yes.
friends, and you need to be able to talk about your
Yeah.
faith.
I am not blaming them
Yeah.
because they are also ignorant.
Right, right.
And slowly these questions, when my friends knew that I am ignorant about all these things, they started confusing me.
Okay.
They started criticizing our religion. But then also I have no answer
Right.
how to defend all those things.
Right.
And I searched Google and tried to find out any answers, whether I can get any satisfying or convincing answers, whether I can get,
Right.
so that I can share it to my friends.
Right.
But I didn't get any convincing answers.
Right.
So I thought that, okay, then Hinduism is something.
So you started having doubts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in a confused state.
Okay.
And at that time, at that confused state, my friends slowly introduced me about their religion.
Okay.
They presented the Islam in such a way that it is only right religion.
They presented very, very good positive
Yeah.
things.
And they told about their prophet Muhammad, and their one and only God Allah, and their holy book Quran and all. So I slowly started listening all these things because they are getting education, their religious education from the madrasas since childhood itself. So everyone are saying the same thing.
Right.
So I started believing that, oh, all of them are saying the same thing. So there will be something right in that.
Right.
Then I slowly started asking, then what is that? What is that? In my curiosity, I started asking, what is Islam? And once they felt that I'm interested, they started giving me they started giving me the translations of Quran, and also the videos of Zakir Naik and M.M. Akbar and all. M.M. Akbar is an Islamic scholar in Kerala. And slowly I started watching these videos, and I was slowly radicalizing to that ideology. And once they understood that I was deep into that ideology, they started the real face. They opened the real face before me.
And what was the real face?
Yeah, they said that you must not pray any other gods other than Allah.
Okay.
And whoever does that are kafirs, and they will be punished eternally in the hell. So you doesn't make friendship with those kafirs and all.
Right.
Slowly they injected these kinds of ideology.
Okay.
And they told that going to temple and praying and all is just like prostitution.
Yeah. So they gave you a lot of negative things about Hinduism
Yeah.
and positive things about Islam.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Just not only negative things, they started injecting hatred in me.
Right.
All other non-Muslims are kafirs, and you don't have any bond or relation or any sentiments towards them.
Right.
Okay, and then I dressed like a Muslim woman.
Okay. Who gave you that dress? They gave you?
No, I just bought it
Okay.
for myself. And they told me that you have to dress like this. You should not be exposed before other men.
And your parents didn't notice it?
They were noticing it,
But-
but they didn't have the idea that I'm going to convert and all.
Okay. They just thought that you are
Yeah, just,
modern secular person.
yeah. So they didn't know the seriousness of what is going to happen. And slowly I graduated from the college, and I went to Calicut for my job. And you may know Calicut is a Muslim majority area.
Right.
And my religious studies went on deep during those days also. And
Religious studies means what? Islam studies.
yeah, Islamic
Islam
studies.
studies.
Yeah,
Islam studies. So say clearly Islam
yeah,
studies.
Islamic study went deep. And
So there was nobody forcing you. You were doing it of your own at that time.
actually, in my case, no forcible conversion had happened.
But you suddenly became genuinely very interested.
Yeah.
You became very fascinated.
I must say that maybe they were creating an atmosphere for me.
Yeah, they were creating an atmosphere for you.
Yeah.
And you were drawn into the atmosphere.
Yes.
And because of lack of knowledge, so I want viewers to, I want to interpret the story.
Huh.
So first thing is lack of grounding and understanding your own tradition.
Yeah.
Second thing, even worse, is no knowledge of the other,
Yes.
no knowledge of Islam, what is going on in Islam.
Exactly.
Because suppose she did not know much about Hinduism, but she knew what questions to ask about them. Then she could say, okay, you are worried about my many gods. I'm worried about why are you stoning people. You're worrying about why we do these rituals. Why are you having 4 wives? You are telling me about my faith. I can tell you about your faith. So you did not have the knowledge or the confidence to reverse the gaze on them.
Yes.
So the Purvapaksha, she did not have the Purvapaksha skill and confidence, right?
Yeah.
So even if you are not an expert in Sanatana Dharma, in your own faith, the point is if you have confidence that, okay, you are taking me on and you're splitting this and that and raising issues and putting me on the spot, I can do that to you. Because in my case, if a Muslim came and did this to me, I would say, listen, for every one question you ask me, I'll ask you one question. So let's continue like that. And I'll ask them such questions that they'll want to run away. So you did not know how to do that. Correct? So this is the importance of comparative religion. Purvapaksha is part, for gurus, please learn this. It's not enough to know your own faith. You live in a society where everybody talks about every faith. And there's also a kind of a competitiveness and discourse and dialogue and all the narratives and how the narratives clash. It's a competitive arena. It's like sports or theater or diplomacy or military conflict. It's a conflict. It's a clash of ideologies. So you must know the other side's vulnerabilities so that you're not feeling low because you don't know. You can also make them feel low, but you did not know how to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I am a cross-section of thousands or lakhs of people in our society.
Right.
And I'm continuing to my story.
Sure.
By about studying and practicing Islam for 6 years,
Right.
I decided to convert legally.
Okay. So
Islam.
how long had you been studying in Calicut? You were in Calicut.
Yeah, I have been Calicut for 2 years.
Okay, and you were studying Islam on your own. Who was teaching you?
Actually, my friends, my colleagues, and also bystanders of my patients.
Okay.
Everybody had helped me in Islamic studies, and they even also offered that if you leave home and come, they will give shelter.
So basically, the whole social ecosystem of Muslims were helping her to convince her, educate her, offer her support. If you want to leave your faith and leave your home, we look after you. So this is an important lesson that is one of the things we need. Okay. So, but there were no Hindus who countered it.
No
Hindu society people came to you and said, listen, we'll give you the other side of it. No one did that.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
And by 2020, I decided that I have to legally convert. So since it was the time of COVID and there was lockdown and all, the religious conversion center, I called, they told that no new admissions are being taken.
There is a religious conversion center where?
In Kozhikode, Tarbiyatul Islam Sabha.
So you approached them on your own?
Yeah.
Because you are so convinced, you're so deeply involved in the studies that you said, I must now become a Muslim.
Yeah, actually, I have a connection with the second wife of Imam Akbar.
Okay.
So she gave me contact numbers of some persons in this Tarbiyatul Islam Sabha, and I contacted them.
Okay.
So I came to know that no new admissions are being taken. So I decided to resign my job and come to home. And
with your parents?
With my parents. And there I told them that I am no more Hindu. I've been converted to Islam, and now I am practicing Islam. So what they was expecting is that I will become a good physiotherapist doctor and I will look after them, look after my family and all. But their expectations were all turned down.
They were suddenly very shattered.
Very shattered. They were broken down actually. They never expected a thing.
A total shock.
Yeah. Never expected a thing like this.
So another lesson is, if you are not in close touch with your child, you don't know what's happening. One day the child will come and give you a surprise. Surprise, parents, now I'm a Muslim. I don't want all these gods and rituals in the house. I don't want any of that. And rather than me looking after you, I got nothing to do with you. That kind of an attitude, because you're not there as
Yes.
part of their tradition anymore.
Yes, I was not in front of their eyes, but I was very close to them.
Right.
My parents, my family, we were just like friends.
Right.
But still, I didn't open up all these things before them.
You did not tell them the whole story.
Yeah.
You wanted to be nice to them.
Yeah.
So you wanted to conform to the parents emotionally and not hurt them with the whole story that you have actually become Muslim.
Yeah.
Right.
And those days, for about 4 or 5 to 6 months in my home, it was the dark days of my life. Because I never seen my parents crying in front of me. That too because of my reason.
Right.
It was...
So now, for the first time, you found them in tremendous
Yeah.
distress because of you.
Yeah.
And that hurt you.
At that time, I was not at all hurt.
You were not hurt.
Not at all. Because they were crying in front of me. They abandoned food. They lost sleep. I'm seeing all those things. But even it does not change my decision.
Okay. So the thing to consider is that even, so first there is no Hindu support. There is a tremendous amount of Islamic support. She has no ability to question them. She takes everything at face value. Positive things about them, negative hatred about us. And then when she goes away, the connection between parents and child is not strong enough that they can figure it out. They can't figure it out. She doesn't feel confident to share with them. She goes home. She doesn't want to tell them all these things too much. And when she tells them to a little bit also, they're shattered. And so this is a broken home. This is a broken home, and you're very sorry for your parents, sad for your parents, but still solidly committed to Islam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, at that time, I was not at all sorry about my parents.
Right.
Because in my mind, whatever I'm doing is right.
Right.
And also, it is said in Islam that if your parents are kafirs or non-Muslims, you don't have to obey them.
Right.
Or you don't have to follow them.
Right.
So it is in my mind. So their sadness, sorrow doesn't affect me at that time.
Right.
And until then, I was performing namas closely.
That is the Muslim prayer.
Muslim prayer, closely in a closed room.
5 times a day.
Yeah, 5 times a day.
And when did you start doing that?
Since 2020 itself.
2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
2019 last, 2020.
And then who taught you that?
I studied it from a app.
From an app. Okay.
And I was practicing it closely. And suddenly one day I decided why I should do this in a hidden manner.
Because in a hidden manner, you want to do it publicly.
Yeah, publicly, because I'm doing nothing wrong.
Right.
So I opened the door.
So it goes from private, secret, becoming a Muslim, to becoming confident and saying, okay, I'll just do it very openly with confidence.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so notice all the stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very important to understand.
And suddenly my mother came upstairs and she is seeing me doing namas. She was really shocked and she started crying out loudly and ran downstairs to the puja room and started crying out loudly like Narayana, Narayana, like that. And I came downstairs hearing this, And while seeing the photos in the puja room, photos of deities and all, I got really angry and I hated them the most at that time. So I shouted at my mother, "Which Narayan are you calling for? There is no such Narayan. There is no God like Narayan and all. There is only one God, Allah. And only Allah can protect you." So hearing this, my mother came to me and she fell at my feet and she told me that, "Please don't go away, my daughter. If you leave us, 4 of us will commit suicide." At that time, I was deeply, dangerously radicalized into that ideology. So I told them that you are anyway kafirs. You are not going to accept Islam. So it is not my concern if you commit suicide or not. I'm not at all bothered about that.
Okay.
So my parents were at the verge of suicide and it was a hopeless situation in my home. And in those days, I started working near a clinic near my home. And some of the RSS activists came to hear about me because my name is Anagha and I'm dressed like a Muslim woman. So they got some doubts and they started inquiring about me and they came to know that I'm going to convert. So these guys connected my parents with the organization Aarsha Vidya Samajam. And one day my cousin came to me and told that even if we have no answers to your questions, don't think that these questions have no answers at all. There is a place where you can get every answers. So whether you are willing to come or not, they came to me and asked like that. So I was overconfident at that time that nobody could change my decision because I know Islam is right and how absurd is Hinduism. So nobody could change my decision. So I overconfidently told them that, yeah, I am willing to come anywhere. And I was taken to Aarsha Vidya Samajam in Trivandrum. And for the first few days, teachers came to me and talked me about all these concepts and all. But I was not in a mind to accept what they are saying, or I was rebel to whatever they were saying. And on the third day, I met our Sadguru, Acharya Shri K.R. Manojji, the founder and director of Aarsha Vidya Samajam. And a 3.5 hours debate went on. Acharya-ji pointed things from the Quran, which I thought was God's words, which I thought was authentic text of Islam. And Acharya-ji pointed each and everything in Quran. A topic-wise discussion went on. And after all these discussions, at last Acharya-ji asked, "Dear daughter, by using the God-given intellect, just think whether these kinds of words will be told by a God or not. Just think." And the ideology that I believed true for the past 6 years was proven completely wrong just by this 3.5 hours debate.
So then what did you do? You joined this organization?
Yeah, then Acharya-ji, in front of Acharya-ji, I left Islam itself on that day itself. And Acharya-ji told that it's not enough to study only about Islam. Here, there are many courses that teaches Sanatana Dharma from the terminology itself. It is the Adhyatmika Shastram course. It teaches Sanatana Dharma, and it also includes comparative religion studies. So you have to go through all these things and you have to decide. And thus I joined all these courses and I studied, and I came to know that how important is the activities of Aarsha Vidya Samajam, and I became the full-timer and disciple of.
So when was your meeting with your guru? When was it? How many years ago?
It was in 2020, August 29th.
So 5 years you've been there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what was your attitude? How did you go and tell the Muslim friends?
Actually, I didn't tell them openly, but I had many channel debates and all. So they came to know that I have left Islam. So since then, they completely cut connection with me. And now I must say they are seeing me like an enemy.
Socially ostracized from them. Okay. So what are the lessons you can, from the whole story, what are the 3-4 main lessons you learned that you should tell people?
First of all, our generation, our society must understand the importance of dharmic education. Our society must be well trained in dharma, our real history, and whatever happening, the current affairs, everything, they must be very clear. And also, Rajiv already mentioned that comparative religion study. It is a must thing to not only to know that religions, but to counter them.
Yes.
How we have to counter them.
So what is your duties in the place right now? In your organization, you have joined full-time. What is your role?
I'm mainly in the research department.
Okay.
And we are planning a scholarship project, which is a project starting from 4 years to end of the life. That is 120 years. We are planning such a scholarship project. Which
scholarship meaning education? Or
yeah.
When you say scholarship, you mean?
Informal scholarship program.
Okay.
Anybody can participate right from 4 years of age until the end of one's lifetime.
Informal education program. It's an education program. Yeah. Educate. So that you can educate a lot of Sanatana Dharma people. Do you also have a program to educate Muslims? Tell Muslims to come and learn.
Our courses are open. You want to answer? Our courses are open to all. It is not, we are not Hindu specific, or we are not saying that these courses are only for Hindus. Anybody can learn. We are teaching it from the perspective of a true human being. Like if, for example, you don't have to believe in a God, or you don't have to believe in a particular concept. But then whatever ideology or whatever philosophy you're influenced by or you believe in, think about it from a neutral point of view, whether it is right.
From a logical, open-minded point of view.
Logical, open-minded point of view. So anybody, be it Muslims, Christians,
anybody can come to it.
Can come be a part of our
So do you have pictures of yourself when you were Muslim?
Now not with me, but I have.
You have?
Yeah, in my laptop.
Who took them?
My friends and myself, selfies and all.
Praying?
Yeah, and praying. No, praying, no photos. I wear hijab and all. That photos are with me. During praying time, we are not supposed to take photos.
You're not supposed to take photos?
Yeah.
Did you go to mosque?
No.
You didn't go to mosque?
No.
Why?
Because the place I used to stay, there was no place where ladies can enter the mosque.
There's no ladies in mosque for ladies.
There are mosques for ladies, but in my place, there were no such.
Okay, so that's good. So you've told your story.